I'm Chris Lerohl. I'm the CEO of Uproot Food Collective, which has Honest Dumplings, South Island pies, and Natural Kitchen Delights chocolate. My wife and I started Honest Dumplings about 6 years ago in the farmers market, and we started out of our house and kind of knew nothing about the food industry. And quickly after kind of starting to sell there, we quickly realized we had a bit of a hit on our hand. People loved our product, and so we looked at how do we scale and grow our business. And we at that time, we kind of committed to going big and to try and build a national brand. We sell throughout right now Alberta and BC, mostly just our plant-based out of province, but in Alberta we have a full product lineup and sell in about 100 to 150 stores right now and growing quite aggressively. Just when we were finishing developing this facility, we got Icicle, and we didn't want to be in a paper-based kind of world, and we wanted to get into to have a cloud-based kind of solution or a digital solution, and that's where we went out and actually did a comparison of quite a few different software out there and different solutions for HACCP. Looked into it and really liked the functionality and the way that we could kind of implement it and develop our HACCP program around that platform. I think that Icicle is based on kind of food industry first. There was a lot of kind of traceability type programs and kind of HACCP type programs, but it was built around other industries, and then there was kind of more module add-on. And I think we liked that Icicle was food first, and the whole kind of built around the food safety integration. I love when I talk to some of the other food manufacturers that we know, and they spent like 4 or 5 hours with an auditor trying to get their traceability because they picked something hard, and I can just hit export, and then I end up spending 20 minutes arguing with them that I don't need to do a bunch of other stuff because it's already doing it. There were probably other things that I think that we really value that we didn't even know that we would need, that once we got going with Icicle, we quickly realized that those were priorities and what we wanted to focus our efforts on. And it's not a manual process of having to think about like what needs to be done and when. It's all automated, so it's triggering our team to go out and do it. And as a business owner and CEO of the company, I don't have time to really project manage it, but Icicle is doing it for us. And I think it takes more than that, and we have amazing people that are able to execute on the system that we've developed through Icicle. I think another really exciting function that we really like is the training records and how those tie into the SOPs. And so you can look at a specific person, see everything they're trained on, or you can go to the SOP and then see who's trained on it. And I think having all of that at your fingertips is really powerful to be able to help ensure that the team is developed and growing and getting their ability. They're developing in their capability in the kitchen and what they're trained to do. There's a lot of critical control points in both the dumplings and the pie. So we definitely, food safety is a top priority. And I think having the software has really helped with that. And even being able to pull from like having the kind of sub products. So like a finished pie comes from a bulk pie, and comes from fillings and pastry, and then those get combined. Being able to do that gives us that extra traceability and extra confidence in the product from a food safety perspective. Yeah, and allows us to have a little bit more flexibility in the production. So if there is we have extra of, say, a filling, then you can keep that lot and then include it in the next run, and it enables you to really reduce waste in that capacity as well. But I think one of the things that I really like about Icicle is that, like, I think that it can be that backbone, and that when we add the other facility, then it's really simple for us to transition everything we've already developed over to that second facility as well. I think for us, like that's one of the biggest things or the biggest benefits is like now that we have that ERP, it's the visibility as to what's happening in the production. So you're able to not only like know that people are doing the right thing and following the procedures and doing all of that, but it's also that we know, we can see how much was produced and we know how long it took to do that. And so we're able to actually like increase our productivity and plan better and plan around like what people are actually producing and how much, and having all of that organized within the production runs, we're able to see, we're able to have that visibility to operate the business better, I think, which is really huge on all aspects, whether it's food safety or productivity. Both are it's really helped us. Having all of that visibility and data, we're able to really give us more confidence in the way we operate and the understanding of where incidences or faults occur as well. The return on investment for us, it's hard to put a number on it, but I would rather say it's essential, and we wouldn't be doing what we're doing now, and we wouldn't be able to sell into these major grocers if it wasn't for having our HACCP program. And I think having it cloud-based, I know a lot of people look at it and see, or having kind of that software as a service model where there's a monthly fee. Some people look at that as a high cost, but I think the value it brings from that efficiency and ease of paperwork and documentation and all of the benefits that we gain far surpass the cost that we're paying to use the software. As many food manufacturers, we were an essential service during COVID time, and we kind of right off the bat started to see an increase in our sales through stores. And actually we in the first kind of 6 weeks of COVID, we saw our business triple in size. So it's been a pretty crazy ride that we've been on over the last 3 months, where we've grown 3 times bigger. And we've actually doubled our production team. And I think what was really beneficial of having Icicle and our HACCP program in general was that we didn't have to change too much when COVID happened. We were already at such a high standard of cleanliness and sanitation that very little effect on the organization from that side of things. The other part, obviously, is it was having the inventory, like the live inventory. We were able to really manage that during COVID, especially as we were growing. Having that cloud base, we were able to see it and monitor, and also actually we jumped on being able to secure our meat supply and building some inventory in raw ingredients to ensure that if there was supply chain disruption, then we would be able to keep producing. And having that access to that like live inventory through Icicle was very valuable. I think first of all, like Icicle has been amazing to work with. Like when we talked to them from our HACCP audit, and they were like, "You need to show your allergens and your production runs and all of that," and then we like told you guys, and it was like flipped on like within a week kind of thing, and that was pretty amazing. So it's amazing to be able to work with you guys. We love what it can do, and I think it brings a lot of value to our organization, and just makes things. Gives us that assurance and better insight into what we're doing and making sure that we're doing it right.